All right. Hey, how are you? We are going to get started. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. I hope you've been having a great week. And I am just coming back from fall break. So, all last week, if you have been wondering where I've been on fall break. And it was really, really nice. The weather was beautiful. We took the kids to the Lost River Cave here in Bowling Green. We took them to some parks. What else did we do? Oh, we took them to a farm as well. So we kept them super busy. And I kind of feel like I'm kind of having a hangover from all that because I mean, we literally was out. I think Monday we didn't do anything. And then Tuesday through Friday, we got these kids up and out of the house and just doing what we could just to keep them busy. So I am super excited to be back here live. What I'm going to do really, really quickly though, first of all, as you're joining, come on in and just let me know that you can hear and see me okay. I'm going to check right here back behind on my computer just to make sure that we are okay with sound and all that good stuff. And we're just going to jump right into today's topic, which is going to be how I gotta look at it. Y'all, I'm rusty. Y'all know when I come back from a vacation, it takes me a little second to warm up here. But how to know when you are ready for a transition in your daycare business journey. And I thought about this because we've been actually going through some transitions personally. And so this is just honestly, in the last week, it's just been crazy around my house. And we're going through some transitions, some good transitions. And I was like, you know what? I think this is a really good topic because if I'm dealing with these things, I know that you guys are dealing, and I already know that because I talk to you all the time. So let me go ahead and double check to make sure I've got some good sound and all that good stuff. As you are coming in really quickly, please let me know that you can hear and see me okay and that there's no issues. I'm going to double check on my end and we're going to jump right in, okay? So give me 1 second here, you guys. Hopefully this thing will load for me and that we've got sound. Okay, just a second. Here we go. I'm looking okay. Let's hear. We're good. We are good to go. So, all right, let's jump right in. First of all, for anybody that is new to me, first of all, welcome to Childcare Success Tools. Sorry, I want to change it back over to this because you guys need to be aware of what's going on back here, and I'm going to tell you in a minute. But first of all, welcome to Childcare Success Tools. My name is Ashley Benz. I'm a childcare business strategizer and mindset mentor. I am the founder and creator of childcaresuccesstools.com, which is the #1 online platform for childcare business management. And what qualifies me to do this is that, thank you so much for the likes. I don't know who's here, but please say hello. What qualifies me to do this is that I've actually owned, operated, ran, directed a childcare business for 10 years. So I have about 15 plus years in the early childhood education industry, 10 years in the business side of it. And so anyway, what makes my journey, my childcare business journey, a little bit unique from others is that I actually created, okay, I am, I guess you want to call the inventor of childcare business automation. And it was just something that just kind of happened. It was not something that I was looking to do. It wasn't something that I was, trying to do, but it's just something that I kind of stumbled upon. Now, at the time, I had no idea what I was doing. But basically, just to make a long story short, if you're new to me, about the 6th year that I was in business, it was just a hot mess. I started out like everybody else does, you guys. I started out in my home with 3 children. We transitioned, did that whole process. But at about the 6th year that I was in business, it just was not going the way that I envisioned it to go. When I started, my visions was, okay, I'm gonna birth this thing. I'm going to give it life. I'm going to make sure I've got a quality program. And then I'm going to kind of back off. And, I want to be able to take my hands off the steering wheel and let it kind of do its own thing. Well, the 6th year I was in business didn't happen. It was really affecting, my marriage. I don't want to say like in a way where we were having marital problems, but it was just affecting us. Okay. It was affecting us and how we were able to evolve our marriage because the business was taking up so much of my time. And so, anyway, long story short, we kind of created these processes that allowed me to be able to take my hands off the steering wheel and automate. And so basically that's pretty much, my whole background. But who I help is I help those that are trying to get started. So if you are trying to get started, you have a vision of having a daycare business, and you have this amazing vision of being able to provide quality care for children, but have a business that does not, basically run you, then I help you get started. And then I help you go into Childcare Business Automation and automate your daycare business so that you can basically have these automated systems that kind of run in the background of your business. And then that way you don't have to be there all the time. And so that's what I do. And I help owners who are already in business do that as well. So before we get started, I do have two huge announcements, and I do want to make these are huge. Okay. So I do want to let you know that. First announcement is that our How to Get Started Academy, you guys, is underway. And my husband, Victor, will be joining me for a live bonus video on Friday. This will be his first time going live. So I think he's a little bit nervous. Even myself, you guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Whenever this thing it counts down. So I don't know if you guys have ever done a go live video or anything like that. But when you hit that live, it goes 3, 2, 1. I get nervous in that when it's doing that. I don't know why, but I just do. So I know that if I get nervous, and I've been doing this for, I don't even know how long, a year and something. I know he's going to be a little nervous. But anyway, we are super excited to kind of go over some stuff with you guys that are trying to get started. And I do want to also make my second big announcement is that you will be seeing me talk more, okay, to those that are trying to get started and trying to expand their daycare businesses. Now, I really want to make this announcement because I've had an owner to come to me that's already in business, and she was like, I know you talk, she's like, I've been noticing that you do a lot more with those that's getting started and that kind of thing. And so anyway, we kind of had a little conversation about that. Well, the reason why, so for those of you that are already in business, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. I'm not going to be stepping, away from you, but the people that are trying to get started, the people that are trying to expand, you guys, they are tugging at me. And I'm literally telling you, when I say tug, I feel like they're like literally pulling me. I mean, I'm getting emails. Right now I've got messages, in my inbox that I've got to answer to. And so, just to hate to put it to you like this, but those that are trying to get started and expanding, they are trumping you guys that are already in business with, with asking for my help. So I will say this, okay? You guys know, if you're new to me, let me just go ahead and give you a heads up, but I will tell you like it is, okay? So I'm not somebody that's just going to tell you what you want to hear, or I don't sugarcoat anything, things like that. So that is just me. That's my personality. But I will tell you that those that are already in business, if you are already running a daycare business, I do have that audience of you guys that are like, you are after learning how to better your daycare business. But there is a lot of people, a lot of childcare owners that are not. And I'm just going to be honest about that. In fact, I was talking to a therapist here in Bowling Green. She works with children, and she actually goes inside of the centers. And me and her was talking, and she was just like, you know what? A lot of these daycare owners just don't want it. They don't want the change. They don't want to better their daycare businesses. And so I can see that, just because of the fact that I have more people that are coming to me about how to get started and how to possibly expand, okay? Mainly just how to get started. I have more of that audience than I have daycare owners that are already in business. So for that, my business is dictating me to lean that way. Now, let me just say this. For those that are already in business and you are running your daycare businesses and you need my help, I am here to help you. But I just kind of want to give you that heads up that kind of going forward with CST, you are going to be seeing more things about the how to get started realm of it. Now, obviously, I'm not leaving, like I said, I'm not going to be leaving that aspect. I'm still going to have videos on running a daycare business because obviously those that are getting started are going to need that. But anyway, all right, I'm done talking about that. I think you get my point about that. Okay, so how to know when you are ready for a transition in your daycare business journey, okay? speaking of that, okay, and I'm going to get into this in a minute. Speaking of those that are trying to get started, that are needing my help, that are tugging at me, that whole audience is tugging at me. And, we're going to talk about the transition, because my business is actually dictating me to transition into something a little bit different. Okay. So how to know when you are ready for a transition in your daycare business journey. And when I say journey, whether you're already in business or you are trying to start your daycare business, it doesn't matter. Being a daycare business owner is a journey. Okay. And when we are talking about that, you're really, honestly, you're always going to be, if you're trying to do better, you're always going to be evolving yourself. Okay. Sorry, I don't want y'all to cover this up because I'm going to be talking about this in a few minutes. Okay. I'm trying to start the video before I'm done, before I'm actually getting through some of this other stuff. Okay, so let me go over this really quickly and we're going to get started. This video is sponsored by my Childcare Business Automation Academy. Now, I will tell you guys, the doors are closing Friday, October the 12th. This is this Friday. So this is Wednesday, 2 days, okay? For owners who are already in business, who are looking to automate their processes, you're looking to work less hours, have a quality of life, and a quality childcare program, then this is for you, okay? Now, let me go over this. I got a review from a member who is a part of my Childcare Business Automation Academy. She's been a member since 2017. And so anyway, last week, she actually left me a review and a comment, and I have to read this to you because this is exactly, for those of you that are in business, that are already running your daycare business, this is exactly, if you are implementing, if you get inside my Childcare Business Automation Academy, if you are already inside of the Childcare Business Automation Academy, and you do this stuff, this is what you're going to get. All right, so this is from Whitney Baylock. She is an owner and director of Children's Learning Arc in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And she says, and she told me this last week, so this is current, you guys. She said, Childcare Business Automation is great. I am 80% automated and it feels so good to work when I want or need to. This week, I work from home and only stepped foot in my center twice. I got to enjoy so much this week. And she told me that I had posted on my Instagram, I think it was Friday, and she left that review, and I was like, Whitney, I got to use that, honey. So this is what I'm saying, okay? And so once again, this video is sponsored by my Childcare Business Automation Academy. I will be leaving the link. If you would like to enroll in the Academy, I'll be leaving the link, once I get finished here, and you can get on over there. You guys, $1.90 a day, 50 cents a month. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, okay? Whitney just told you what she's able to do, and she's been a part of the Academy since 2017, okay? I'm going to go over this again. She says, I am 80% automated, and it feels so good to work when I want or need to, okay? If you are running your daycare business right now, and you cannot work when you want or need to, okay? This is a perfect thing for you. Childcare Business Automation Academy is what you need, okay? Whitney's just telling you here what it's done for her. All right, so I would like to invite you to share, like, and love this video. If you are watching, first of all, I got to tell you too, be sure that you're commenting, liking, and all that stuff. And you guys know that, hi, Miss Kimberly, how are you? It's good to see you. But you guys know that Facebook is changing a lot of stuff. And if you're on here watching and you're not liking or giving some hearts or commenting or doing something, then Facebook will not show you my stuff. So if you want to keep up with what's going on here and what the things go over here at Childcare Success Tools on my Facebook Live, you got to make sure you're doing that because they won't show you, okay? And and it makes sense. Facebook is only going to want to show you things that you're interested in. So be sure that you do that. If you know of any childcare owners that could use this video, anybody that you know of that's trying to get started or already in business, please share this out and let them know to watch this, okay? All right, I'm ready to jump right in, you guys. I am so ready. Thank you so much for the hearts. I am ready to jump right in. So, how to know when you're ready for a transition in your daycare business journey. Every business goes through transitions, okay? And you should always be transitioning yourself and your business, okay, into bigger, right? You should always be doing that, into bigger. not day-to-day stuff, not the things that just keeps it running, but into bigger. Okay. And that's going to look different for everybody, right? That's going to look different for everybody. So, transition requires a lot. Okay. It requires mindset shifts, right? It requires planning shifts, and it simply just requires just taking action. It literally requires you to kind of be a different person. And if you think about, we teach the kids, we have units and curriculum, different kind of lesson plans on butterflies and the caterpillar, and that the caterpillar's journey, right? Well, you think about how that caterpillar, for it to become the butterfly, and for it to actually go through that transition period, it's got to do different things. The caterpillar can't just sit there, right? It's got to go in that, cocoon, and it's got to go through that whole process. And so we as business owners, you got to do that. Okay. And if you're getting started, you're going to have some mindset shifts. Okay. Because wherever you are right now is because of your current mindset. And if you're not happy with that, then it's because of the way you've been thinking. It's because there's planning shifts that have to take place to actually transition. You think about the way that God designed the caterpillar and how it transitions. Well, that's a plan. Okay. That's a plan for it to go into, create its cocoon, and it stays in there for so long, and then it opens up and it comes out and all that. That is a plan, right? And so, you got to have some planning shifts, which means that you got to take action. You guys, we hear this stuff all the time, but I don't know if a lot of people really take heed to that. Really take heed to literally, you got to start doing things differently if you want different results. Okay. But how do you know when you are ready to transition? What are the things that you should be looking for? Okay. So the first thing, first of all, let me go over this before we even get into that. First of all, what kind of transitions are you trying to accomplish? So, I've got a list of some things here that are pretty, basic with childcare business and things like that. Transition from your job into your daycare business. So for those of you that are trying to get started, maybe you are trying to transition from your current full-time job. You're not happy in your, what you do or your career path. I've talked to a lot of you all. You all are nurses. I've talked to people that are working in the public school systems. You're not happy. Okay. So you're trying to transition from your job into your daycare business. Or maybe you are already running a daycare business. Maybe you are running one out of your home and you're trying to transition into a building or a center. Maybe you are already in a center and you're trying to transition from one location into 2 locations. Okay. Or maybe you are trying to transition from a director role to an owner role where you don't have to be there. Okay. So, tell me just in the comments below as you're watching, if you're watching the replay, feel free to leave that. Where are you transitioning into? What's kind of your stage right now? Because it doesn't matter. One of these you probably fell into, right? So here's one of the things as far as what to look for to know when it's time to kind of make a move. Does your situation or business dictate the transition? Okay. Does your situation or does your current daycare business dictate the transition? So for those of you that are trying to get started, loss of job. Maybe you're unhappy at a current position. That would be an example of your situation is dictating this transition into running a daycare business or starting one. If you're already in business, maybe you're not profiting. Okay. That would be that your business is dictating you to transition into something that's going to help you profit. Okay. Transition into whatever that is. Or maybe there's not enough space. Maybe you are running a home daycare business and you've got this waiting list and like you just don't have enough room for everybody. Or maybe you're running a center and you don't have enough room. You're getting these phone calls. That is your business and your situation is dictating your transition. Okay. Or your daycare does not need you anymore. Maybe you come in there and you just literally feel like that there's really nothing for you to do there. Everybody's got it. You come in there and you're just kind of like, okay, they don't really need me here, right? Your situation or your business is dictating a transition. So that's one way to be able to know when it's time to transition, is if your business or situation is dictating that. And that's going to look different for everybody. The second thing, your instinct is on high gear. Okay. Now this is kind of what's been happening with me, you guys. This is what's been happening with me. And usually for me, whenever I've made any transitions or changes in my daycare business, or in any business at all that I've ever ran, it's always my instincts, y'all. My instincts will be on high gear, and it's to the point where I cannot ignore it, right? So, what that kind of looks like is that this idea has been tugging at you, and you just cannot shut it down. And so whatever that idea is, you guys, I got to take a little sip of this. I am drinking some Simply, what is it? It's the Simply, you know how they have the Simply limeades and lemonades and all that? Well, they have the apple stuff out now, the Simply apple juice, and it tastes like apple cider, and I just heated it up. It's so good. So anyway, it's good. It's cozy. I think the weather's going to cool down for us here. And I kind of feel like I'm coming down with something. So anyway, so this idea that you've had, this vision, and I always say these are visions, you guys. These are just these things, and you're like, man. And it's like one of those things where you kind of like, you set, and you can literally set, and you can go into this daze, right? So, but it's been tugging at you, and you cannot shut it down. That's what happened to me when I, 2 years before, I've told this story before, but 2 years before I closed down Ashley Angel's Childcare, that was what was going on with me. And the tugging was that I was not supposed to be having the business open. I was supposed to shut it down. And I did not understand that. Nobody could tell me that that was what I was supposed to be doing. But it tugged on me I sat with that for 2 years, you guys, 2 years. And then, we went through the whole process. I had no idea what I was going to be doing. I knew I wanted to be back, still stay in the childcare business industry. I didn't know what that looked like, but now here I sat. Okay. So, every entrepreneur has instincts. Every entrepreneur has instincts, you guys. And I think that there are some entrepreneurs that are not in tune with their instincts, and some are, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's just something that I don't even know if it's something that you actually learn. I think you can learn it. I think you can learn to be more in tune, obviously. And I think that's just basically having a better self-awareness and all that good stuff. But there are some entrepreneurs that just clicks, their instincts clicks in, and there's some that don't. But every entrepreneur has instincts. And so if your instinct is on high gear about something, then this is a really good indication that it is time for you to transition. Okay, this daycare business journey, and move it to wherever you're trying to take it to next. The third thing, you are not happy with your current situation. So you're just not happy with what's going on. Okay, you love what you do, but this is not where you are supposed to be at. And I'm going to tell you something about that spot, about that space. That is difficult. That is hard. To know, like, I love what I do, but this space that I'm in right now is just not what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, that's what happened to me. But I've had this happen throughout my whole daycare business journey all the time. And then that's when I would make my next move. So it could be something as simple as, I'm not happy with just being the only one here running the place. I need help. I'm not happy with that. I need an assistant director. Okay. And then my instincts would kick in, and I would ponder about it and all that good stuff. And then I would move, right? I would move and start making the necessary changes to get the help in, whether that was increasing my enrollment numbers or cutting back hours for something or whatever I need to do. Okay. But if your instinct is on high gear about this, whatever that it is, trying to get started, trying to expand, trying to go from an owner, director role to an owner, whatever that is for you, then this is a really good sign that it is time. It's ready. You're ready for something different. Okay. So you're ready for the next level up. The fourth thing is that you know what your next step is, but the how stops you from taking that step. And that's, I talk to you guys all the time. Just everywhere, right? That's where a lot of people are at. Like, you know what the next step is. And maybe the next step is nothing, but it's that phone call that you need to make, right? It's that email that you need to send. You know that if I just send this email out to this person, that I'm going to get my answers and I can kind of move on from whatever. I can take that next step. Maybe it's that person that you need to reach out to, right? Maybe there's somebody in particular that has the answer for you and you just need to reach out to that direct person. Or maybe it's the program or training that you need to enroll yourself into, okay? But you know what the next step is. But because of the how, it's not that you don't know how to make the phone call, or you don't know how to send the email, or you don't know how to contact that person, or you don't know how to get information on that training or that program that you need to be enrolling. It's not that. It's what happens after I do that? What happens when I send that email? What happens when I enroll in that program? What happens when I approach this person, right? And so that is what stops people from taking the next step, because they're afraid of what happens after that. And so if you know that you are ready to make that change, to make that transition, whatever that is for you, okay, I am giving you the okay. I want to encourage you and I want to give you that okay. And I'm telling you, you're going to be fine. Okay. Do what you got to do. Take that next step. You know what that next step is. Take it. And sometimes we just need somebody else to tell us it's okay. We need somebody else to tell us that it is okay to move. Okay. It is okay to move. Is it sometimes a little scary to even make that phone call? Yeah. Is it sometimes scary to maybe send that email? Yeah, it can be, right? Just do it. Okay, just do it. We are going through some major transitions here at the house, and hopefully I'll be kind of being able to share with you all what's kind of happening. But it just like that, it just kind of happened. And I'm the kind of person that I will. I guess I can go ahead, because if you're like me, you're like, man, what is she talking about, right? I mean, I know I hate when people say that, oh, I got to tell you something, but I can't tell you. So I'll just kind of let you guys know, we are house hunting right now. We are looking to move. And it was one of those things where we kind of was dipping our toes into. And then as we got more knowledge and more information, it was like, oh, so we're at that place, right? We're ready to transition. So, just going through a transition and a change can be tough, but I will tell you this. Every successful entrepreneur, every successful business person is not afraid of that. Okay. They are not afraid of that. And I'm just going to tell you guys how I have been able to be successful at running 2 successful businesses in my lifetime is because I'm not afraid of that. Even if I feel the fear, I don't feed into that. I just do, right? I make that phone call. I had to make some phone calls this week about something. I was nervous before I made the phone call, but I'm like, well, you know what? Ashley, these nerves or whatever you got, I'm just going to have to let that go, because right now I need information. And that for me to be able to make an informed decision on what I need to do next, I need information. So therefore, this person, that's what their job is. Their job is to give me that information. Now, I may not know the terminology, or I may not know the what questions to ask, or what I should be talking about, or whatever, but I'm going to at least make the phone call and get the conversation started, right? And if they're good at what they do, they're going to help me navigate myself through what I don't know. Okay? Can I get a yes and an amen on that? Okay? So, one of the things for me is I just move. I move. Even if I'm afraid, I'll move. And I'm not afraid to fail. Failure does not, scare me off. Okay. I'm a Taurus. So I don't know if you guys are getting all of it. I'm a Taurus. So I am bullheaded. I'm bullheaded. And, when I was little, I was very, very bossy. But now obviously as an adult, I've learned to take my bullheadedness and I put that into what I know I want out of life, right? I know there's a quote, and I love this quote. And it says, I think it's something like, she created a life that she loved, or something like that. That is me. I'm going to create a life I love. And I want to help other people that like you, that are running daycare businesses, that are trying to get started, to create the life that you love, because I know it can be done. I know it can be done because I'm in it. I love what I do. I love being able to, work from home and make my own hours up, but help people do the same thing, like Whitney that I mentioned in the beginning, who last week was able to only step into her center twice, and she worked from home. Like, I love that. And for women, for us as women, for us as moms and wives, and us as women, we literally, I believe that we have to have that. I think that we have to have that flexibility, because we have so many other things that's going on. We got our kids we got to take care of. We've got our husbands. You know how they are. Sometimes they are just like kids, right? They are just like kids. Sorry, if there's any men watching, I'm sorry. But y'all can be big babies, okay? And so we sometimes have to kind of step in there and take care of y'all. Hi, Miss Kimberly says she's at home today. All right. So are you working from home, Miss Kimberly, today? But we as women, we need that flexibility. And I just believe that, especially when you are running a household and you've got, like in my case, we've got a 3-year-old, somebody in the family's got to have that flexibility to be able to I had to take her to the dentist, yesterday. She had a little dentist appointment. Coming up, it's the flu season, so I'm going to have to take her to go get her flu shot. Somebody in the family needs to be available to do that, right? And so, just home. Okay. Well, I hope everything is going okay, Miss Kimberly. And so, hope that everything's going okay. Okay. And I know that you are a part of the academy, I think. I'm not for sure. Well, I know that you've been a part of the academy, but I don't know if you're still in there or not. But if you're not, if you have any questions, Miss Kimberly, just let me know, okay? But anyway, in conclusion, I am giving you that okay, you guys. I'm giving you that okay. I'm telling you it's okay. You can do this, okay? You can move from your position, okay? From whatever that you are in. You can, hang on, y'all. Did I go live on my, okay, yeah. For some reason, I was like, did I go live on my Facebook business page or my personal page? So anyway, that's a whole nother topic, but I just want to double check. Okay, I'm giving you that okay. All right, so as we close out, and, oh, well, good. Miss Kimberly says she is all done and caught up. Well, that is exactly where you should be as a business owner, especially on a Wednesday. You can't beat that. As my aunt says, you cannot beat that with a stick. So I am glad to hear that, Miss Kimberly. All right, so virtual goodie bag. You guys know, if this is your first time watching or joining and all that, looks like most of you are going to be seeing this replay. I am early today too, by the way. That's what it is, because usually when I get in here about 11 or 12, I'm early, and the reason why is because my day is just swamped, and I have an appointment at 1 with someone. And so anyway, I said, well, I need to go ahead and just do this go live now. But as far as the virtual goodie bag, so anybody that knows me, we always do virtual goodie bags, always do what we call a virtual goodie bag. So if me and you is sitting here face to face right now, I would have this little bag. I've been meaning to get one and fix one up. I got to do that. But I would have this little bag, and I'll say, here you go. Here's something. If you want to dive deeper into this, this is what it is. So, in today's virtual goodie bag, it is my Childcare Business Automation Academy. I'm going to leave that link below. If you are already in business, okay, so who is this for? If you are already in business and you're struggling with enrollments and marketing your daycare, staffing and finding the right people, getting families to be loyal to your program, if you're dealing with money issues, not making the money you desire, time management and paperwork overwhelm, if that is like, yes, Ashley, yes, honey, that is me, then click the link. When I get done with this video, I'm going to put that there. Childcare Business Automation Academy. Enrollment is closing on Friday, you guys. I'm not I'm not like, that's it, okay? So enrollment's closing on Friday. If you are not in, it's like Noah's Ark, honey. If you're not in, I'm sorry. Reason why is because we are moving to the How to Get Started Academy. We're going to be getting that up. And then I'll be working with those directly inside of the Automation Academy as well. So also, I'm going to be making updates and improvements to the Academy. So doors are closing while I do that. They will open back up. When? I don't know. Okay. To be honest with you guys, the Academy has been open for 2016, and I usually only open the doors up for it once a year. So I don't really know what we're going to do next year. But anyway, this is for you. Okay. This might be your next step. This might be exactly what you have been looking for or needing. And basically, it is your step-by-step plug and play automation systems that run in the background of your daycare business. Now, I'm going to go back over this again, what Whitney said last week, okay? Just for those of you that might, when you came in the beginning and watching the replay, or maybe you had something going on, you could have had a crying baby in the background and didn't hear me. But I'm going to go over to you what Whitney Baylock, who's been a part of my Childcare Business Automation Academy since 2017, said, just in case you missed it. Childcare Business Automation is great. Now, she left this to me last week. This is not a old review or something like that. This is fresh and current results from this program. She says, Childcare Business Automation is great. I am 80% automated, and it feels so good to work when I want or need to. This week, I work from home and only set foot in my center twice. I got to enjoy so much this week, and she was so excited. And so anyway, the link will be below. If you do have any questions about that, feel free to let me know. But if you click the link below, you guys, all the FAQs are there. I've got loads of testimonies. It's going to tell you everything that you need to know about the Automation Academy. And obviously, if you do have questions, you know I'm here to answer those. All right. If you are trying to get started or you are ready to expand, please meet us back here on Friday. When I say us, I mean me and my husband, Victor. You guys are going to get to meet him. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm just excited. I'm excited to be able to bring him on board here at CST and have him to be able to come in and help. Now, Victor has a background. He has a degree in accounting. He has a background in finance, and he is excellent with money, you guys. So some of the stuff that you guys, especially those of you that kind of, if you've ever did any of my trainings on budgeting or childcare business budgeting or anything like that, I have to give credit where credit is due. Victor is behind a lot of that stuff that I have learned, okay? He did help me with the daycare business for 8 years. He worked in it for 2. And then, of course, as my husband, I mean, you might as well say he helped every step of the way. But I am so excited because we're going to be back here on Friday for a bonus live video as we will be spending some time with you guys who are trying to get started or expanding. We're going to be going over the what, who, how, when, and all that good stuff and kind of really getting your questions answered. And then we are hoping, please, I'm just praying to the Lord that we can have this wait list open by Friday at the end. So at the end of the video, you guys can click and get on the wait list. So I'm super excited about that. I will let you, I want to be able to at least let you all know what time on Friday, okay? I'm hoping that we'll kind of do the 11 o'clock kind of thing, but, and I'm thinking that's what we'll do. So it'll be 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So let's just kind of set that. And then I will let you guys know if anything changes, okay? I'll make sure to post up in here. Also, inside of our virtual goodie bag, okay? Please, if you're not a part of my private Facebook group community, please join that. There is over thousands of people in that group, you guys, and it grows every day, every single day. I think Monday I let 18 people in, okay? I approved 18 requests to come in. So it's a mix of people that are already in business and those that are trying to get started. Right now, though, as I stated before, those that are trying to get started are trumping these people that are already in business. And I hate to tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, okay? Those that are trying to get started, for those of you that are already in business, okay? And if you are struggling with the things I said above, and you like a fish in water right now, you don't really, you're flopping around and you're all over the place, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen here. Let me tell you how this industry is going to remove and shift you. Those that are trying to get started, you guys, they are coming in. These people are, they are like sponges with this stuff, okay? So they're going to be coming into CST, okay, Child Care Success Tools. For those of you that are new, you don't know what CST is, we call it CST. They're going to come into CST. They're going to be getting into my programs and actually implementing whatever stuff I have for them to implement. Then guess where they're going to shift into then? They're going to shift into automation, and you guys will be looking at some competition, I'm telling you, okay? They're going to pass y'all up. They're going to pass you up, okay? If you are not investing your time in learning childcare business automation, these people they are hungry. I am not lying. I mean, my email right now is loaded with people that are trying to get started. I've got Instagram messages. I got my Facebook business. If you have left me a message inside of on my Facebook business page, please know we are going to get to you guys, okay? These people are hungry and they are sponges and they want to know how to do this thing the right way. So that I can tell you for sure. But anyway, the group is a mix of those getting started, those that are already in business, and I would love to have you join that group. It's absolutely free. It's a community. You can get in there, ask questions, and do all those things. Now, okay. Meet us back here on Friday. Let's shoot for 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be me and my husband. We're going to go over, and even if you're already in business, this information is going to be great for you, okay? Because we're going to be talking about the finance, money, and how to really start moving yourself in that direction, because that's where a lot of people are stuck at, is the money. Whether you're trying to expand, whether you need that extra director or help or whatever, it's money. We all know that, right? Money makes the world go round. It's a currency that is just, it's everywhere. We got to have it to be able to do the things that we need to do. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this video inspired you or helped you and encouraged you. If you are trying to make that next move in your childcare business journey, I am telling you it's okay. You can do it. Okay. Do not be afraid. Make that phone call. Do what you got to do. Enroll in that program, whatever that it is. So I will see you guys back here on Friday if the Lord's will. And until then, you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a wonderful Thursday. I'll leave the links below for the things I mentioned. And I can't think of anything else. Oh, YouTubers, if you're watching this from YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get notified of when these videos are posted, usually weekly. And I'll see you guys back here on Friday. Me and Victor will be here. So, okay, you guys have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you Friday. Bye.